Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to talk about how consistency has been sentenced to death by Wall Street. We're going to talk about consistency, Newsbeat earnings idea, which was Intel. Not only that, we're going to talk about consistency in regards to algo levels. Why are you still not making money consistently? We're also going to address that as well. I am Mark Melnick. This is the Newsbeat Show. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Newsbeat Show. Don't want to waste any of your time here tonight. You're going to pause the next slide, read it, and then agree to it before hitting play. I'm going to just remove my mug, hit pause, read it, hit play. Thank you so much for reading that. Okay, so I just want to get into tonight. Um, how I feel consistency has been killed by Wall Street. There's a video out there um, that I'm not going to drop the person's name because it's irrelevant and it's kind of a common thing. People are saying that you do not need to be consistent to make money in the market. The most common example that they give is that you could be right 50% of the time and make 2 to 1 or 3 to 1, and then they'll give you their mathematics behind it and they'll show, okay, well, if you're risking $500 per trade, and you're doing, 3 trades a day and you're right 50% of the time, you'll do 15 trades a week. Let's say even 7 of them, less than half are right. You're making twice as much when you lose, so you'll make, 7,000 on your right trades and you'll lose, 4,000 on your wrong trades. You'll be up $3,000 for the week. Then they'll take that $3,000 week, they'll multiply it by 4. They'll say you're up $12,000, and then they'll take that 12,000 number and they'll multiply that by 12 for a year, and they all of a sudden put $144,000 salary straight directly in your map while batting 50% and making twice as much when you win as opposed to when you lose. And then they'll sit there and they'll fantasize and they'll say, well, I'll bring you 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 ideas, and you're just going to be absolutely okay. Um, I will say that I am living proof of a trader who is batting in the 43-57 paradigm for, I would say, the majority of my career. I mean, I'm going on my 21st year, at least since I would say 2013, 2014, where in terms of my days, like I was having better days overall, but in terms of like each individual trade, I was trapped in that 43-57 paradigm, which basically means on average my winning trades would be between, I'd win 43% of the time to 57% of the time, and somewhere in between. I am going to solve your problem right now, explain to you exactly what's happening, and explain to you what I do, and actually just try to help you and actually bring you a form of value. I know a lot of you are probably looking, oh, Mark was looking at Intel and Team yesterday, and both those names are gapped up tremendously after hours on earnings. Great call. It's not even about that. I'll say right now that Intel trade that I did is not for everyone, and anyone. It's for some people, not for everyone. The intraday stuff I do is not for everyone. The long-term swing trades I do are not for everyone. And I will have, a lot of recent praise and accolade. Like anytime I show you like a testimonial that comes directly from me, it's usually done on the same day. So if I show you something today, it happened today. But that's not what I'm here to do. I'm not here to boast and say it's my way or the highway. Quite the contrary. I want to tell you it's your way or the highway. What you want is what you get at McDonald's today, ladies and gentlemen. Not what I want is what you get. And it's sort of like, when you go inside some of these services, it's sort of like a prison. Today's prison, or going back to elementary school, is today's meal is sloppy joes and this, but you're like, well, I have a beef or a tomato sauce allergy, or tomato sauce gives me heartburn, or I don't. That's it. Too bad. That's what it is. You could choose, that or that. That's what you get. The majority of traders I've met cannot handle taking series and series and series of losing trades. They can't. Some people can. You are looking at a living example. Maybe you're watching right now. Maybe you would fool yourself into thinking, I could bat 50% and make, 2 to 1, 3 to 1 when I'm right or wrong. I can do that, but when you actually go through it, you have to realize all somebody's doing is painting, letter A to letter Z, and they never talk about the journey in between. What I believe works for most traders on the intraday side is most traders want to be up money when they enter a trade almost immediately. One of the most common problems that I have seen over my, wow, going on 13 years as a broadcaster. Can you imagine that? One of the problems that I have seen over my 13-year broadcasting career is that a lot of traders out there, um, they can't really handle taking losses. You might tell yourself right now, like, Mark, if I'm making, in my silly numerical example, if I'm making $3,000 a week, I don't care how many losses I take. Heck, Mark, I'll be right 30% of the time if I can make $3,000 a week consistently. But that's the funny thing. You're not going to be consistently doing that if you're losing that much. Even if you claim your winners are larger than your losers. And again, it all comes down to, yes, there are some people that it works for, but that doesn't mean it works for you. That doesn't mean it works for you. I'm sure LeBron James can eat a McDonald's Big Mac and a large fries, run on the court, do a 360 dunk, and drain 100 three-pointers while I'll eat it and I'll be unconscious on the floor in a food coma. That doesn't mean that everybody should be able to eat that junk. The same thing comes in trading. You are likely trying junk strategies fooled by the lure of its potential successes. So, what I did recently is I said, you know what? I am going to try to put myself and literally spell out the strategies that I'm doing. Every time as a broadcaster, I understand perfectly that there are some strategies that are going to work now that won't work later. Like one strategy I'm doing now is working well in the high 80s, low 90s, when 6 months ago that same strategy was in the low 60s. Do I know why it suddenly started working again? No. Do I care why it started suddenly working again? No. But discovering the fact that it started working again was the most valuable thing to me. The most valuable thing to you is me sharing that knowledge and doing videos to give you that sort of stuff. So somebody did a video out there saying how traders are killing themselves by cutting their winners short. So the idea out there, of course, is that you could let your winners run, and you could cut your losers short. And I get it. There are a lot of scenarios where you could say, I was only risking this much. And if it never hit your stop loss, there's a chance it just keeps going. Like, I get that. I get mathematically how the concept works. What I am telling you, ladies and gentlemen, is you're not going to bat a high hit rate. And while some people will say it's irrelevant, they might be 100% right. I'm not even disagreeing with them. I am saying with the tens and tens and tens and tens and tens, maybe over 100,000 traders I've met as a trading guru over my career as a 20 going on, my God, date myself, 21-year active intraday trading veteran as of 2020. I will easily say that that does not work for 98, 99% of you. And that is the problem in the industry because you have these few elite traders. You have traders, maybe like me, let's put myself in the boat. You have traders like me who can do it, hit the big money, know when to, do the right thing at the right time, make it, show you myself doing it in a real time basis. And some traders click in, they're like, this is great. And some traders are like, I can't do this. So where does that leave you? I believe trading should be a buffet of consistency. I disagree that you need to let your winners ride. I definitely disagree that you need to let your losers run. I don't believe in any of them. And you cannot really tell me that cutting your winners short is a bad strategy because there are times, you know what very rarely happens to me? I have a green trade that goes red. How many traders suffer from it often? I'm not saying has it happened before. Of course it's happened before. How many traders type in 33 right now? If you suffer often from having a green trade go red, like you look at it, you're up money, you're trying to make more, the trade goes against you. I will tell you right now, that form of psychological toxicity will destroy your future trades because now all of a sudden you're scared to hold. But you know what? Why must traders fight through what they fear in order to succeed? This isn't like you're skydiving and jumping off a plane and you have one shot to make it right. And if you don't pull the chute, that's sort of, you're done. It's not one of those scenarios. What if making money was actually all about just identifying what works the majority of the time in the current environment that constantly changes and just applying that strategy every single time? I showed you examples from yesterday. I showed you examples from the day before, and I want to change the way you think about trading forever in this video. So where do I start? Let's go ahead and start with Newsbeat earnings ideas. I took, um, I have a sheet of Newsbeat earnings ideas. I will say, in good faith, right now, there's a contributor, Sammy. He's doing free open house next week. Sign up. Maybe, just maybe, what he is offering you will be exactly what you need. And just maybe, it will not be what you need. But you need to make that decision. I am not an earnings trader, and the reason why I'm doing this is I'm trying to get 2020 off to a nice start. I'm trying to play nice with every single person in the industry. So from anyone from T3 who's running an open house or an event, I will be promoting it from now on. Nobody at T3 asked me to do it. I'm not a T3 employee. But you know what? I want to expose everybody to as many things as possible here in T3. Why? Because I think it's important for your growth. I think it's important for your trading. If anyone at T3 sends me a link to his open house, I'd be glad to put it in the description of this video. I can edit it later. It's not in currently. And a lot of people do a lot of different things. The reason why people resonate with me is consistency. So right over here, um, got my mug. Right over here, for this season, earnings season, I do earnings trades. Okay. This service is offered to every single person in the room. Q1 2020, we record all the wins, we record all the losses. And yesterday I even told you I was going to put Intel Long on the list. A lot of people who are not Newsbeat Live members reached out to me and said, Mark, I really love this thing. This is exactly for me. I don't really have time to do much else. I only have time to do, a trade or here, maybe an overnight from my phone. Should I join your room? And I said, well, maybe yes, maybe no, maybe not. Because if you're not there in the morning, you're going to miss a lot of content. If you're not there throughout the day, you're going to miss a lot of things I do. If you're just signing up just strictly for my earning service and you find value in that, then go ahead. Person said he's going to sign up as a result of my earning service. Right now on this earning service, um, I am considering Intel gaps up tomorrow. I'm batting 9 for 12 this season. That's 8 trades in a row that I'm successful at. I took Intel shares overnight. These are all common stock plays. I mean, you could see the trades I'd taken. You could see where I was wrong. You could see where I was right. And you're going to be up most likely, short of something miraculously crazy, you're probably going to be up a lot of good money on Intel. Okay. Now, why is it important for me to show you that? Because I do a lot of different things. I don't only go through your psychology, I also try to help you. So there are a lot of traders in my room who are like, Mark, I'm doing great on the intraday, I'm crushing it. What do you think when they're like, they don't even ask me what to do, but if they did, I would say, keep doing what you're doing. Then there are people who are like, Mark, I do well with this. I'm having trouble with that. I'm doing well on your earnings plays. I'm having trouble with this. What should I do? And I'm like, I can't tell you legally what to do, but you are answering your own question. It's not about what I want you to do. It's about what works best for you. On the intraday side, I believe in making money just about every single time when you open up a trade. Yes, you can have losing ideas, but no, you should have way more winning ideas. There are traders who are making thousands, tens of thousands of dollars with little small scalps here and there. When you trade the biggest names, people are like, how much can I make? I made like 20 cents on some Netflix puts today I made. I'm like, well, what do you mean how much can you make? If you threw $10,000 on that and you bought like 50 puts or 50 puts we bought to bet on there was a down move we caught and it actually made money despite Netflix going up most of the day. You buy 50 of them, you make $1,000 in a matter of less than 5 minutes. And you're pretty much up money the entire time. Now, no, not 100% of situations are like that. I went over, my favorite name today was Western Digital. Western Digital was my favorite name. Now, like, why would I tell you that Western Digital was my favorite name? Because it is, and it's obvious. I give all my stocks ratings. My two favorite names were Western Digital and L Brand, so I guess I'll just focus on that. I could show you good Micron and GE things that happened today. So the first thing we do is obviously Western Digital is our favorite idea. The first thing the room looks to do is the one and done strategy. As soon as the market opens, that is one of our more famous strategies here. If you bought Western Digital right at the open, through the break of the first bar, not at the open, but if you bought on the open, that was good too, obviously. But if you bought it for the one and done, you're buying it through 70, 75, you're up 75 cents in less than 60 seconds. If you waited another 60 seconds, you're up $1.24. Look at that right away. There were people in this room whose days ended right over there. That was it. 9:33 a.m. They shut down. They left. They were done for the day. They made potentially. You can't look at everyone's P&L. Some people made thousands. Some people made hundreds. That's it. That's their whole day. I know it sounds too easy, right? It sounds too easy. How about L brands? One and done. Long, obviously. Why long? Why one and done long? Because these are all long names. This is the game plan. LB, WDC. Buy right here through 2077, went right to 2102 on massive volume. Your day just ended. Your day just ended. It popped 25 cents. It popped over 1% in less than 60 seconds on a $20 name. You might be saying, oh, yeah, I'm not here to whatever. Do you want to be, are you here to make money? Are you here to try to see how much you can milk out of a stock? You know how many traders need to make dollars because they're trying to make up for prior losses? You know how many traders dug themselves a hole with a shovel and then it feels like they're trying to climb out of it with a spoon? I can show you that the spoon is the best way to go. The spoon is the best way to go. And I am telling you this right now because you should never dig yourself a hole with a shovel. Whether you did or didn't, I could show you how to climb out with a spoon. You take two of my strategies, your day could have ended today at 9:33 a.m. easily using our most famous strategy. I know. It sounds too good to be true, but hundreds of people are doing this every day. Yesterday, I pointed out buying off the 5-minute 21 moving average. Remember? I did a whole video yesterday about that. It worked on the names that I watched today. You're in good risk reward, even the ones that you don't win on. You don't lose a lot. The whole point of this market is to risk reward. The funniest thing I find about risk reward? There's this, and this is going to be gold. You ready for this? The largest misconception in the entire market is that risk reward is solely based upon where your stop loss is and where your take target profit is. That's not risk reward. That's how much you're willing to risk for a certain reward, but that's not the true essence of risk reward. The true essence of risk reward is how likely is this scenario going to work? Not, I see a certain setup, I could see the top of this bar is the entry, the bottom of the bar is a stop. That's the most common thing out there. I get it. Did you ever stop and ask how often is that 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 bar strategy working? Mark, how often are these moving average things you're showing me working? Mark, how often are these one and done plays working? You ever think to stop and ask that? It's very easy for me to show you what works. I showed you two one and dones on my two favorite names today. Very simple. Very simple. Very, very simple. If you did it on my other names, hint, it worked. Maybe that's not for you. Maybe that's too fast for you. I respect that. So yesterday, what I did was I gave you guys algo levels. And there are traders in the room, and I'll just use the spiders and the Qs in this example. I gave you support yesterday on yesterday's video, 223.15, and I send these out to the Newsbeat Live members the day before. So tonight I'm going to show you tomorrow's levels, right? So, like for example, if you wanted tomorrow's levels, I share not that slide with you. I'll share it with you just one moment. If I wanted to show you tomorrow's levels, right over, whoa, that's not it either. That's weird. Did I not get that? What's today? Today's the 23rd. These are tomorrow's levels. Those are tomorrow's levels. But for the 23rd, I could pull it up right here. I just want to show you something because this might be the way you want to trade. Here's the 23rd. And, just one second here. Just so we're clear, when I gave you the levels for today, the 23rd, I send them out on January 22nd. So I always send the prior level the day before. But let's look at this for a second. So I gave you support on the Qs today at 222.73. And for today, yesterday, obviously. 222.73. Here's the triple Qs. Day low of the triple Qs, 222.70. This is a level I gave you yesterday, right? I mean, wasn't a question, it was a statement. Spiders, 329.56. It's a level of support. It's a level I gave you yesterday. These levels don't always hit, but I just want to show you. Day low of the spiders, 329.41. I gave you 329.56. I was 15 cents off the dead bottom of the entire spiders. On the triple Q side, I was what, 2-3 cents off, right? Whoops, that's the wrong one. Right over there, 3 cents off. The dead low of the Qs. Now, why am I showing you this? Did I take any of those trades today? No, I didn't. I didn't take the Q bottom. I didn't take the spider bottom. I don't have to take every single thing I talk about. I'm a broadcaster. I talk about hundreds of names that members ask me and I give feedback to that I don't trade, but when I do take something, they know in real time. So what did I do? I did a lot of great things today. My favorite was my earnings name, Intel. Took common stock in Intel today. Closed at 63.32. It's currently up $3.60 a share. Right now on my earnings list, I am batting 9 for 12. I am 75% right. And after tomorrow, you're going to be up even more money than you are now. Considering, considering Intel does gap up tomorrow. And the funny thing is, remember when I was showing you yesterday on my list next to Intel was Team for Thursday after the close. That's what the Thursday is there. Team long. This one actually didn't make my list. I'm taking zero credit for this one. Team is actually up $13. It didn't make all my parameters. It was close, but no cigar. Didn't do it. And if this thing gapped down 20 points, I wouldn't take credit for it either. But some people in the room did take Team because they watched the video. I only took Intel. Congratulations. The point of this market is to find consistency. I have created a system that takes advantage of the robots. The robots are doing most of the volume. Anytime that the funny thing about all these candlestick formations and whatever, in some environments they're amazing, and in other environments they're horrible, and in other environments they're a little bit in between, and some environments they're a little bit good, and a little bit bad, and very good. That's okay. That doesn't make the strategy good or bad. The question isn't what strategy works. The question is what strategy is most likely going to work tomorrow. And that, ladies and gentlemen, that is what you need to do. So, I don't want to take a lot of your time here. I do think that you should find consistency. I do think that people should play nice with each other. I do think it's very important that people play nice with each other. And Mark Melnick wants to play nice. Mark Melnick wants to play nice. I'm sick and tired of everybody thinking that they have a better system than everyone else. Hey, you ask me? I would bet my life my system is better than everyone else. That doesn't mean it is. Doesn't mean their system's worse than mine or better. The real question is, ladies and gentlemen, what is good for you? My entire system is based on the psychology of the trader. I need the trader to be psychologically strong to prevent them from blowing up, to prevent them as best as humanly possible, psychologically possible, from hurting themselves. This is an industry where the majority of people lose the majority of money they put in. It's not people like money, capital preservation, money management's the most important thing. They could say it, but they won't actually apply the fact that money management goes beyond a profit and a stop loss and a take profit level. There's a psychology. It's were you up money right away? How much losses did you take? How long were you holding the trade? The longer you hold the trade, the more likely you're going to suffer psychological toxicity. The more trades you make, the more likely that your hit rate will be lower. Think about that. Nobody really disagrees with that. So maybe you are not a robot. Maybe you are not an algorithmic robot. Maybe you are just a human being trying to find success as a trader. And maybe small, consistent scalp, slow and steady in building your account from the ground up is exactly what you need. I will share with you tomorrow's algo levels today. I will share them with you right over here. Those are tomorrow's algo levels today. I'll move my mug. Copy them, write them down. Very important too. If you're watching this video right now, thumbs it up. Thumbs it up. Why? Because I will probably be the only person out there that will talk to you like this. I'll be the only person out there that will tell you, look around you, try other things, see what you like and dislike about certain things. Maybe something will work for you. Maybe it won't. Maybe you just need to improve on what you're doing in your current situation. Maybe you don't. Maybe certain ideas are good for you. Maybe certain ideas are bad for you. But your whole purpose as a trader is to discover that journey and walk that journey. And I can assure you that the way that I am trying to take you down this journey will be the easiest way of self discovery as a trader. Because once you discover who you truly are, not who you think you are, but who you truly are as a trader and can truly become, that is what is going to get you into the next step of the future. And I want to just really inspire you right now with just a couple things, real quick. Um, Member of the room, let's go, baby. Gap and go. What a day I had. 5 for 5 on the challenge. So the challenge is to just try Newsbeat strategies. Um, I don't really care that he's 5 for 5. That's good. But look, no stress, clarity, no bias trading. Look at that. That is the that is what I want to highlight. Holding all these names, et cetera, on the green, looking for gap ups. Only played one contract to three contracts, same amount of money on all positions, and closed up on all at end of day. Mark, I cannot thank you enough, man. Total epiphany, not kidding. I had losers, but I cut them and flipped the other direction when I saw the same thing. Awesome. Just one more. Just one more. Because this stuff inspires me. One more. Email today from a member. Um, Hi, Mark. I'm just sitting in my living room after having an awesome day of trading. I left my speaker on so I could listen to anything you might say in the background. What I've known since I joined your room but never fully realized is how much you actually teach us to trade. I've been in four other rooms before finding you. None of them, none, in caps, teach room members anything. Every day you set the tone for the day with your analysis. It's such a vital part of my trading plan. Once the market opens, you are with us all the way. And it doesn't stop there. You're always asking if anyone needs help throughout the day. When you identify a trader that isn't succeeding, you actually talk to them through their issues and don't stop until you've identified a potential solution. Personally, I have never had anyone so invested in my success. It's astounding. I feel so blessed to have stumbled into your room 6 months ago. Since that time, I booked over 52,000, 52K in winning trades. I know there are folks out there that would have their lives turned around. They only joined your room. Keep doing everything you do with gratitude. This was an email sent today, and I will be if I'll be forwarding that over to yeah, I forwarded that already to T3. Okay. So why these things are inspiring is because I know there are a lot of people out there that I could help. I think I believe in this current environment, until something changes, that taking quick wins consistently is going to keep you psychologically strong. That when the market actually gets super duper good, which is going to probably be a deep pullback followed by a pop up again, that you're going to be ready for anything that the market brings you on a psychological level. So I think right now, with everything trading super duper high, we have Apple earnings next week. We have so many earnings. Again, as of right now, our earnings plays are right 75% of the time. We're absolutely crushing it here. Our intraday plays are right, depending, everybody's different, but high 80s, low 90s right now in the room. And yes, we do make money. I know there's probably the people out there. What's the point of being right 90% of the time if your one loss is going to wipe out your whole month? That's not what we do either. All right, we cut our losers quickly as well. That's a very important, aspect, obviously. But I really believe that your future can be better within my environment. And at the same time, I do implore you, um, I do implore you to keep your eyes open. Don't fall for any smoke and mirrors out there. Take a look at it, see if it's legitimate, and see if that's what you're going to want to do for your future as a trader. I hope you guys enjoyed this Newsbeat show. Slap the like button whoopsh, if you like this episode. Slap the like button if you appreciate these kind of things and this kind of talk. Happy trading, make money. And I will see you guys tomorrow on the Newsbeat Live Trading broadcast. Hit me with the outro. Have a wonderful evening.